Well, it's been one heck of a day. I woke up a little later than we expected to, of course. I'm starting to bald. Oh well, you're just catching up with me. But the day wasn't horrible. I'm well worked. Ryan's in a lot better shape than I am, obviously, these days. So he's back there, he's putting up his tent. Mine's packed away right now. I gotta get it out. It's damp, so we had a considerable amount of rainfall last night on our night. I made a video last night, but about an hour after the video, Ryan came out and said something to me and went out for a washroom break, I guess. He was in bed real early, but he's going pretty good too. He was tired and wore out yesterday. He was working hard yesterday because of the crosswind, and being a sternman in a crosswind is not fun. And I'm just sitting waiting for him to steer into it so I can paddle, so he's even having a harder time, of course. But today was okay. A lot of portaging today. How many portages did we do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Today we did 5 portages. Longest was 730. 730 meters. The shortest one was only about 170. What was the shortest? 170?
What's that?
Shortest was 170?
Shortest was 110.
110. All right.
Put it uphill.
So it was a brutal day. 5 portages is not what I usually do in life. But he's the king of portaging. So you can see, king of portaging, and he's still going. 5 portages, and he's waiting for me at every one. So I'm trucking up the back, but mind you, I'm carrying still a lot of gear. I'm carrying a lot of extra that I wasn't, I wouldn't have probably done if it wasn't the first time we were out here together. I brought him some extra gear to show him some different stuff that I have, because we were talking gear a lot online. But I figured I'd probably be able to keep up, and that we weren't going to be doing like a radical pace, but of course we are. This is his route. This is his domain, not mine. So far harder for me to get my step through the woods and figure out what's going on and where it is. And even coming down some of these paths, being the bow man, I gotta still figure out ways and paths through places that I don't know. So, not that I haven't been back here before. I think like a long time ago I was back here. Like a long time ago. But it's been an okay trip. It's been alright. I got my gear sorted a little better last night. I got it down to once. We're doing single carry, so it's not like we're doing double carry. But I think if it was me by myself, I probably would be doing double carry for sure, maybe even triple carry. We'll see with some of the gear I brought. I wouldn't bring this much if it was just me, for sure. It's been a good week. Been a lot of fun. The path we went down, I'll have to explain that later. We're back at the camp, got the fire going. Got a beautiful sight. I'll see if I can flip the camera around and give you a bit of a show. Hard to flip the camera around, I guess, with it off. But here, it's a nice sight. There's a mink or something living down here, right next to the woods. Could be a fisher, probably a fisher being right beside the water, or even a muskrat. Could be a muskrat. But I went down there to get water, and I startled it. It must have been outside its hole, and I just heard it. I didn't see it. I heard it scurry, and I know it's there. So it was big. It wasn't small. So I was a little startled myself. It scared me and I scared it. So well, we're up here. We got at least a campfire going. We got enough. We're in a really, it's a nice woody area, this one, but it's all pine again, usually. It's all pine here. You know, the hardwood gets picked through pretty quick, usually. But I'm going to go trudge out in the woods and see if I can find some hardwood for tonight. See if I can find a few downed hardwood trees and bring it back. Last night I found a few pieces of birch that made it through the amount of time I was up. I wasn't up very late. Went to bed really early last night. Tonight I got 2 miniature bottles of whiskey. 2 1-ounce shots, so 2 a double shot, and that's about it. I'm out of booze. And as for everything else, just another typical day in paradise. I got some freeze-dried meals I'm going to eat up tonight. All my freeze-dried stuff. Just whatever snacks and anything heavy I could find to eat. I'm even going to be munching away tonight. Today I dipped into a trail mix, which is not light for sure. I'm almost half done it, so that lightens my load again. A couple granola bars. I gave one to him this morning, and matches gear, camera gear. I got quite a bit of. Can't ditch that. Yesterday I got rid of quite a bit of meat though, which was nice. Tonight I got a sausage too, like a smoked sausage I can eat. I'm gonna munch away on that. Get rid of that too. Should have enough protein left for the rest of the weekend. There's Ryan.
Howdy, howdy.
So he's been working hard this week because of me, right?
No,
We've
both been working hard.
Well, you've been trudging along pretty good. I've been trudging along a little slower, but he's been a gentleman and waiting up for me. So it's nice. We're having a good trip, I think, overall.
Yep.
Got to see a little wet last night, but besides that.
Little.
Yeah, a little. It rained all night.
It poured on us.
It poured. But we were prepared for it. We knew it was coming. So that's 2 days of rain so far, and we're hoping we get away with one night tonight without it, but it's not looking good.
I'd be happy with a sprinkle, just clean the tent off.
Yeah.
It's kind of muddy.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But after
One
that,
one pour really quick early in the evening and then all night to dry off would be nice.
I don't have that spider sense of me. I'm not so scared of the weather tonight.
No?
Last night, Neil and I sat down there and I looked at you and said, I don't know what to predict on the weather. I don't know what it's going to do. I kind of a little bit worried about it. Like
I was too. I was looking at it going, it's weird. I'm almost considering the bivvy, but I'm not sure.
at one point we're like, it's not going to rain. We don't need to put the tarp up or anything. And then
but then the winds were picked up, and I'm going, it's too windy. Too windy.
It was weird.
Yeah, I set up my tent. It was the wind that gave it away with me, right? It's got to blow in with this wind.
But even after that, I had a sick sense. Like I felt weird.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a strange weather pattern. Like you couldn't really predict it. It could have been okay, and it could have went either way. But I'm glad I put up the tent anyways. I'm glad I didn't sleep in that bivvy. Otherwise, I would have been having problems.
You would have been curling in with me.
Yeah, I probably would have been knocking on your tent, going, "Hey man, you got room in there for me in my bivvy?"
Just as long as it's dry.
No, of course it wouldn't be. At that point in time, I got some of my gear partially out of the rain, which was nice, so it shouldn't be as hard to dry off tonight. But really, I just left out pots and pans and stuff that was all dirty and garbagey, anyways. So I put my jacket I had laid on that log to dry out, hoping on the breeze, with the breeze going through that area. I'm going, well, I should wake up and it's okay if the breeze picks up. And as soon as you came out and then go back to bed, I hear you start to nod off. He snores a little bit, so I could hear him snoring, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 down comes the rain. I'm going, I gotta get everything under something. I made sure my my bag back here has got an industrial garbage bag rolled up in the inside, so I made sure that was all sealed, and I just laid it out in a rock. And all my jackets and stuff were all under the tarp, and my hat, and my what other gear? Shoes, my extra pair of shoes. I don't want those to get damp.
Yep. Back. I have wet wear and cold wear, or wet wear and dry wear. So
yeah,
I travel no matter what. If it rains, if I get soaked, that's my traveling clothes. And then in the tent now is dry clothes, and that's for around camp. If it's not raining, that's the stuff that I use when I'm cold. That's my last bastion. That's the
if you get freezing, you have
the
to have
Alamo.
something.
That's the
Yeah.
That's my safety net.
Yeah.
And I only bring 2 sets of clothes, so I don't have a big.
I've pretty much been in the same clothes all weekend. I had to change the layers around. Like I took off my undershirt at one point in time and changed down to felt, and I've been alternating back and forth between this jacket and
Your plaid one there.
my plaid one that's torn apart. It's just essentially a work and camping jacket.
And you got the rain gear out today?
Yeah, got the rain gear. You can see.
No, they can't see it. It's camo. It's hidden.
It's hidden. I'm blending in with the woods. See that? How good that is? But best 21 bucks I ever spent today, I tell you. I bought that at Canadian Tire right before I left for the trip, seeing it was going to rain, and I couldn't find my. I got a lightweight rain gear, like an ultralight rain gear, right? But I couldn't find it, so I said, "Oh well, I'll just jump out to the store and buy some." And I went right the night before we left. I looked on Canadian Tire's website. I looked on MEC's website. MEC I went into, they were trying to sell me like a $187 rain jacket and a $180 pair of pants, whatever. And I'm going, it's only I got stuff already. I don't want to bring my ski gear or anything out because it's gonna get holes in it and stuff like my jacket did here today. So I just grabbed a $21 pair, and they've held up pretty good. I'm kind of surprised. I figured I'd at least tear them once in the daytime with all those portages, but I didn't. Not even once.
They hold up. They're good for the first, say, year.
And then
you'll find next year they're no good anymore. And you can't waterproof them again.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes. But that's 21 bucks, and it ain't bad. I could do that for the next 20 years with not buy MEC stuff this week. So I'm pretty happy with it. For being such a Oak Tree Evo is the name of the stuff. Okay, if you make Oak Tree Evo, you've done good for this trip. I can tell you that much. So far, but it's only one day. We'll see, but I'm happy with it. That's about it.
We're here on Otterslide Lake.
Otterside Lake.
And we came up Otterslide Creek. Pretty area, isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful. We got like a full surround view of our campsite of the lake.
This is my favorite campsite.
It almost feels like we're on an island, but we're not. So we got wood.
Actually, it is kind of.
It is an island?
Yeah, this time of the year it's an island. This time of the year it's not an island. In the spring it's an island.
Okay.
It's that big.
It's that way.
That little bit of difference. It's a very large island though.
Well, doesn't feel like an island with all the wood. So we're doing good for wood tonight, I think. It's all soft. We're going to take a hike and try and find hard.
And we're making tracks early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he wants to be up and go on by, I guess, 6 or something. So me and my mornings, I'm going to be, you see the bags under my eyes? This is what happens when you're a night guy and you switch back to days. That's what happens.
Hard to paddle at night.
Yeah. But that's what happens. 12 years of nights.
We have 25 kilometers to do tomorrow.
Yeah, 25 kilometers. As long as it's not too much portage, we'll get it done quick. Well, how many portages do we got tomorrow?
1, 2, 3, 4, and we skip a 5th one.
So four portages tomorrow, which is not a light duty load.
They're all very short, except for one.
We're dealing with a 700 meter or something.
790, yeah.
790.
And it's been
meter.
reported to us it's got a lot of blowdown on it. So.
Love blowdown. We had one that we crawled under today.
Yeah, I had to set the canoe on it, and then with my pack crawl underneath it, and then stand up and try to wiggle the canoe over it. It was tricky.
Yeah, he's been maneuvering the canoe. If I ever fell and dropped a canoe like his, I'd be SOL. I'd be really pissed off at myself, and I took a dump in the lake today. I forgot to mention that. I slipped off a rock that I was stepping on in the water and slipped and went to the left and bashed my leg and went down in the gunnels pretty good on the boat.
That's when we decided we were going to hold up here tonight and not go on to.
Yeah, that was it. That was the turning point. He thinks I was wore out. I just slipped, but I am wore out too, so it could have had something to do with it, but I doubt it. It's just I was slipping and sliding around a little bit. Merles are good as long as they're not in wet stone. They handle the water well, but the traction in this wet stone isn't the best. I think even my old Converse years ago used to handle the stones better than these, but which I didn't put much faith in them. But anyways.
The barrels you got are day trippers, so they're not really designed for this.
No, of course not. But these are just really run around in if you're doing a day hike or something. But I figured I'd try them out, and it's what I had conveniently there if I didn't want to trek big heavy boots with me.
Or turn around and buy a pair of $500 and up.
Yeah, which I'm not doing this week or this month. I'm not working this week, so this I haven't been working this summer yet, so now I'm into fall, so I'll be going to find something to do at work. And when I get out of here, that's going to be my main mission when I'm done this. But I figured, what the hell, this is kind of important to do and get out and enjoy what I used to enjoy doing before I was solely a truck driver and forced into 24 hours, 7 days a week being on the road. Some things I forgot, some things I remembered. It's been considerable time since I've sat in a canoe for sure. But I'm enjoying it. It's not like it's something that's foreign to me that I've never done before, but I'm so used to my kayak and day trips and weekend trips and 5-day trips that this was pretty brutal on me. Not used to the same amount of portages these guys are out here. My run is 5 sometimes 9 at the most. So, and very short portages in comparison to this. It's like jump around a roadway. They got a dam there, jump around the dam kind of thing. Not even 100 meters, usually for me.
It's probably not as rough either.
No, not rocky, not
cart trail rather than a portage.
Yeah. Carts. I can get by with a cart, usually. 9 times out of 10 where I go.
They do have cart paths here, but not where we're tripping right now.
No. But that's okay. It's been a rougher show, but he's doing the portaging really, so I'm just carrying my heavy ass gear with me. If I had to replan this out, I would have dumped half the gear probably than I had, like my pot. I probably wouldn't have taken. I just would have brought my extra muck and stuff like that. Would have lessened up my weight considerably, but live and learn. I figured I had the extra weight, I would be able to handle a little extra weight with my body, but I wasn't able to, obviously. But because I'm remembering what I could do even just 7 years ago, or just 6 years ago. But I'm not I'm getting older, I guess.
We'll get you out of here tomorrow.
Getting out of shape. All right, Sheeby. Have a good night. Hope to see you when I get home. It's going to be another day. 2 day. One day.
One day. Will be a full day tomorrow.
One day and probably half a day, whatever we take to get back. He's aching for a burger. So we're stopping for a burger on the way home, apparently.
You can't not. Well, a burger, a burrito, whatever it is. You're going to gorge on. Once you get food in you again like that, oh, you can't not do it.
We're going to be stinky getting burgers.
Cold beer.
Cold beer. It'll be all right. Ice cold beer would be good right now. I can tell you that much. Ice cold beer, or even lake cold would be fine. Wish somebody had a lake cold beer that they could come by and offer me. But, anyways.
I'm hoping, let's see, if we...
Red horse, red horse.
So I'm making predictions on camera, so I'm hoping that if we break camp here and we're on the water by 8, 10, 12, 1, 2, I'm hoping to be out of the, well, in the parking lot by 3. I think that's a more than manageable time. 2:30, even 2, but I would say the latest 3. And obviously that depends on the weather, that depends on the wind,
depends on lake conditions.
Lake conditions, and also that portage, how much blowdown's on it. But
yeah,
but I think we could even probably be out by 1 if we really.
If we get lucky, somebody will be cleaning out that friggin' thing beforehand if word gets back to the
It's been like that for a week or a week and a half now, so I'm not holding my breath. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think, if we leave at 8, I don't think we'll be out by dark. I want to make sure we're out before dark. So.
All right. I'd rather drive back through, not hit daytime traffic through Toronto, I can tell you that much.
Oh, I agree with you there, but I'll take the 407 if I have to. Driving with the canoe on the roof, I don't like driving it in heavy traffic or getting stuck behind semis, because it really puts a lot of stress on the canoe.
As much stress as me?
No. The
Probably
truck
not.
puts a lot more stress on it than you.
Oh, I wouldn't bet on it. I put a lot of stress on that canoe today. This trip, I drove us in between 2 rocks today. I was trying to stop it and didn't get stopped, and went right in between 2. Pinched it. Not good. I don't like doing stuff like that. But I was pretty upset about that one. I don't know if you saw it.
Yep, I wasn't upset about it.
I was.
Guess what happens when you have a canoe and you bring it to Algonquin?
Yeah.
It hits a few rocks.
Well, we had a good patch of rocks. That's the other thing today.
Yeah, that was a
we got hung up
one
on a little.
negotiate.
Yeah. Where was that? What was that little pass there?
That would be Otterslide Creek, but it was in between the 790 and the 730 and the 390. The 720, 730 and the 390. In between there's a good stretch of paddling, and that's where we hit that rocky area.
Yeah. I'm going to go right. He went left. Went in the rocks, had to back her off. Then I was saying go right, and he was saying go left, and we had to back her off and go left. It was one of those paths that we were.
It was tough to negotiate.
It was a tougher negotiation to get through there for sure. We bottomed out a few times, but it wasn't bad. It was only like one quick section. We only had maybe about 100 meters.
I had to walk that canoe for a few yards because of this summer, and we had it on the Nipissing, and the water level was so low that I actually had to get out and walk through the river.
See, that's what I hate doing. And if you do the Grand, you have to do that. Areas all down the Grand, and I hate it. Time to get out and walk. But it's life. When the water level gets high on the Grand, that's when I go. When it doesn't, then you won't see me going.
You get down around Wilkes Dam, you can just before Wilkes Dam on the Grand River there.
Yeah.
You can actually, guys will go fly fishing in the spring,
Yeah.
and they'll wade right across it. So it's never more than a hip wader's depth.
I get through okay with my kayak though. Even at hip wader depth, I'm fine. It's just when it gets real shallow beyond that.
Do you go down, or do you go down that far?
I go Montrose, and I usually will stop at Freeport. I start at Montrose and go to Freeport, and that's my run. If I'm going just for a day run, that's my quick. And I live right at Freeport, right?
Yeah.
It's
nice when you get down along Highway 52 there, going towards Caledonia, or not Caledonia, Caledonia, and Cayuga, out of Oswego. You drive down through Oswego and then stay on that road, and it gets really, really cool. Nice paddle, really nice actually.
Yeah.
It's a nice trip down there.
Well, I've been down that way a few times over the years. I've done it right from Bellwood right to the mouth.
Yeah.
So it's.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta find a.
Then I had a cottage at the mouth. We had a cottage to go stay in, me and my buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was his family's cottage, which was nice.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, so we just went and laid in the cottage for a few days afterwards and had a good time. Which it isn't really a good cottage because it's kind of a crappy area, but a cottage is a cottage when after you've done one of these trips. You're just happy to have a shower and a nice place to relax and kick back and have a nice fire on the outside and have a cleanly day of cooking. Anyways, I'm pretty much done. There's my half-hour segment. I think it's 27 minutes I'm pushing. You get that nice set of 3 or 5 second commercials that they're making us double now with Google. Google, I hate you, I must add, with your stupid YouTube commercials that have doubled in time. You've gone against the computer community, you bunch of buggers. You piss me off. If I had a why don't you ask us for donations? You want to make money instead of advertising? We'll give you $1 to keep those goddamn commercials off. There are 32 million people. I'll give you $1. You go fuck off. Greedy bastards. Anyways, I'm done. It's that time. We're gonna get collecting some wood, I think. I gotta set up my tent and then I'll go collect the wood.
Gotta hang a pack too.
I don't have to hang it. Well, you gotta hang a pack, and he hangs it, and I just use his rope for my food bag. But he's got a good rope. That's the other thing. Well, how many millimeters is that rope? Do you know?
I think it's 6 mil.
6 mil. I'm guessing it might even be lighter than that. It might be 4 or 6.
Could be.
Good rope though.
Somewhere around there.
And you bought it at MEC.
Yep. It's just a climbing rope.
That's a good way to go. How many meters did you buy?
33.
33?
I didn't need it that long.
That's excessive, yeah.
It was the end of the roll, so.
You could have probably done a little less.
Oh yeah, but I've used all 33 of it before, believe it or not.
Have you?
Well, you see how I toss those rocks up there.
Yeah.
How high I can go, so.
Yeah.
I've used quite a bit. So it gets me out of a pinch sometimes because, as you can see, you get into places like where it's all
Like
cedar
here.
or something like that, and you don't get a good branch. So you
Last
gotta go
night
really
we were
high.
struggling a little bit to get it up on one of the we didn't have much of a choice, but he was whipping up with a rock last night. And it was a tougher thing to get over. We were inching it up and inching it down, and he was winging it, trying to get her to come down. It gets a little difficult to hang bear bags, I guess, but he was just hung up on one little or 2 twigs that were causing him grief, pretty much. But
It's hard to hit the branch first. If you can hit the branch, usually you can get it down.
yeah, I don't have a problem with throwing. I can whip shit.
I might go with that branch right there, actually. We don't have much food left, so it's not going to be very heavy.
Well, my bag still is a little heavier than I want it, but I'll know for next time how much I'm going to be bringing. Usually I plan for one meal a day, and usually I do go a little lighter than what I did because I got the kayak, I figured, or the canoe, it holds a little heavier weight. Kayak, I don't get away with it because it doesn't hold the weight. But it was nice to have a little extra food. I can tell you that much. I've been well fed this week. I really have. Look at my scar showing up on the camera. It's from a bike accident when I was a kid. I had a stone pierce right through and it's right through to my bone. Half my face was off. Anyways, I'll close off with the fire. There you go.
Getting it ready for beef stroganoff and